Samantha Cowan is an emerging writer from Kingston who has recently released her first work of fiction. Wreckage, Book 1 of the Sentinels, is a post-apocalyptic thriller set in a world overrun by the undead. Samantha joins me today to talk about writing gritty characters and her love of zombies and superheroes. Welcome, Samantha.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Could I please ask you to tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I'm Samantha. I typically go by Sammy in my personal life. I've lived in Kingston for decades and decades. Grew up here. I'm currently married to my wonderful husband, Michael, and I have a really fantastic 16-year-old son as well.
So I want to ask you, how does it feel? This is your first book.
It was a process. It was overwhelming at times. It's very exciting. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of deleting parts, a lot of adding parts. It was just an incredible experience to be able to have, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the main characters and about the book itself.
Yeah. So it follows Hale Beckett, who is, in my book, they're referred to as Misfires, so people who have special powers and mutations. It follows her and her little ragtag group of Misfires. Mercenaries, sort of. Everybody wakes up one morning and all of a sudden a virus has been unleashed on the world and pandemonium hits. So it really does follow their attempt at survival, rescue, and really just living in a world now where everything is a threat.
And how long did it take you to write this book?
On and off, I'd say probably about 2 years. So I did start very quickly. Unfortunately, COVID happened and I had a lot of spare time on my hands. So within the first year I had just about everything done, went through the editing process, and then that took, I'd say, probably another year. I got a little overwhelmed with things and needed to take some breaks. So all in all, about two-ish years. Your
love of zombies, etc., comes from how long ago?
The first horror movie I ever watched was Friday the 13th Part 2. So that ties into it. I love all the old, like Night of the Living Dead, all the George A. Romero movies, the Rodriguez brothers, everything gritty and gory and sort of campy really, really inspired me to add to it.
So this book has been released. Mm-hmm. It was released in February. What do you think people will enjoy about this book when they purchase it?
The characters feel real. I made sure to add a lot of flaws. So there's a lot of messiness, a lot of emotion to the characters, a lot of funny moments where you can really relate to the people that you're reading about.
Where was this location set in your book?
So it is a decommissioned military base that they've named Fort Brimstone on the coast of Virginia.
What is the date? What is the date line?
I didn't give it a date, so it could be a little whenever you decide you wanted it to happen. So I do make a couple of references to the early 2000s, so I do make references to COVID and sort of pandemics and things like that. But realistically, you could make it whenever you wanted it, so near future.
So the virus is released. Tell me what happens next.
Pandemonium.
And what else?
There's a lot of learning for the characters that go into sort of figuring out, okay, how do we fight these things? How do we stop it? What's going to happen next? So a lot of unsurety, which I feel, heaven forbid, an actual apocalypse happened, that would be sort of the top of everybody's mind.
Is it something that people will enjoy thinking about?
I do think that it's one of those where obviously it is a work of fiction, but like I said, there's all that emotion and sort of realness to the characters that hopefully will keep people coming back.
Was it harder to write it or publish it?
I'd say publish it. So the writing was fairly straightforward. I had an idea and then all of a sudden just everything flowed out. I was able to move things around and make it cohesive. And then I did sort of put the publishing on hold because I was overwhelmed. It seemed like it would be a lot of work.
So publishing was done by you specifically?
No, so my book's actually been published by Tellwell, which is a Canadian hybrid publisher. So essentially it's self-publishing, but somebody else makes all of it happen.
Where can you buy this book, first
You can
of all?
find it on Amazon, you can find it at Waterstones in Britain and Australia, Indigo in Canada, and Barnes & Noble in the States.
And will you have any book sightings anywhere?
We're working, there's a couple of them in the works right now, yeah.
Right, okay. So this is book one.
This is book one.
Can you tell me, is there something else happening?
There is. So I'm a couple of months away from sending book two to the publisher.
Very good.
Yeah.
And it is a continuation of
Yes,
book one?
it is a direct next day continuation of book one.
Any idea of when it will be released?
I'm hoping within a year.
Within a-
Yeah,
Okay, I'd like to thank you very much for joining us
Thank you,
today,
April.
Samantha, and good luck with your book.
thank you.